Should we go to comping? Should we comp some properties?
We have one.
Okay, we got one vetted out. Now listen, when you guys, like, I love comping your properties, but stop sending me the neighbor's house that's beautiful. Stop sending me retail properties because you don't want anybody to know about your secret deal that you're going after, all right? But I'm gonna pull this one up here in my market just to give you a little breakdown here, and then that'll give us a nice starting point for comping something in one of your markets. So I've got this property here, okay? Now, this is actually a deal that we were going after. And this is a deal that we were working to get an appointment. The guy wouldn't meet with us. So we couldn't get in front of him. We couldn't get him an offer, or Mary, wouldn't let us meet, and she actually sold it to a relative, unfortunately. So we did not get this deal, but I want to show you something here, right? Let's take a look at this property. Let's take a look at some of the characteristics of what makes this a good deal. So first of all, just aerial shot, you kind of look, okay, the yard's a little bit rough, there's a little bit of dirt, a little bit patchy, right? So we're going to get in here, and we're going to get I'm going to take a look at this property. Oh, yes. Guys, come on. Why do you do driving for dollars? Because you see properties like this. Look at this. They cut the head off a palm tree. They cut the head off the poor palm tree. What a shame. But look at this thing. Look at the roof. The roof's patched up. It looks like it's rougher. There's no landscaping. I'm looking at some things here, at least in Phoenix or anywhere warm. Look in the air conditioner. Looks like it's not too bad. But look at this. Original windows. These are the single pane windows. There's not much. I mean, this is beautiful. We're going after this one. So let's pull some comps, right? So first off, we look at the location. Number one, we look at location. Whenever we're doing this, whenever we're comping properties, we're looking at the location. Beautiful thing is here, it's in a nice little grid pattern, right? I'm going to pull the comps from right in here. All right, so let's go to the details of this property. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's look at the mortgage. Okay, it looks like in 2003, she's got a mortgage, nothing, or no, it's just she just bought it. No mortgage, all right? So we look at the tax here. Now look, it's owner occupied. That's really important. And that's really important because they need to have a plan. They need to have a plan. This isn't just a rental property. They've lived here, all right? And so you need to know going into it, asking the question, where are you gonna move to next is really, really, really important, okay? So we're trying to find that out, and she's moving across the country. So let's pull some comps. All right, so her timeline was short. She said she wasn't going to make a decision until for a couple weeks, but she ended up making a decision with a family member. I think she just kind of stiff-armed us, all right? So I'm looking in here, look at all these comps, yes. But remember, I want to go back 90 days, okay? I don't want to go back a whole year. The market's too hot right now. Go back 90 days, boom. We're going back to November. See this square footage in there? It's already in here. And I'm using PropStream through TTP data here to be able to pull all these comps. Look at this, look at this. Now, I want to look at the properties that are in this. I don't want to cross this main street unless I absolutely have to. So I'm zooming in here and I see, okay, this property's here. I've got number one. This property is kind of standing out to me because it's right in the neighborhood. But look at this. Look at the difference here. Is this really a comp? We were built in 1954. This comp showing up is 2003. No, that doesn't work. 1954, I'm going to put this thing up to 1965 in this area to pull more accurate comparables, all right? Now, we've only got one that is in this little spot here, right? One on Hopi that sold super low, right? Really, really super low. I need to get more comps for this area, all right? So we're gonna open this thing up a little bit. We're gonna open it up and see if we need to get into these other areas. Because if you look here, look at this. So you've got newer properties, newer developments around this, right? We need to find something that's a pocket here. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go into this neighborhood. I'm gonna do I'm gonna draw a little map here. I'm gonna go here. I wanna get in to this area, if it'll do it for me. There you go. Boom. And I'm going to open this up, okay, search, and I'm going to open this up to properties that are all over the map. I want to see in this area. I don't mind if they're bigger or they're smaller. We only have this one to work off of, so we're going to have to expand this. All right, we're going to have to get rid of this area here, and we're going to have to expand to a mile distance to really get some older comps, because this is what the cancel, get that out of there, boom. We're going to open this up to a mile and reset. Oh, 1 mile, 1965, boom. Let's open this up to 1970 to see if we can get some olders. There we go. Okay, so we've got some properties here. 280, 180, and 83,000. So I'm looking at this property. This is beautiful. Look at this. 280, built in 1956. It went 280, 1,400 square feet. Same deal here. Look at that. I'm going to look at this property. This looks allow. There we go. And this property is perfect. Look at this thing. 280 this property went for, and I'm not sure why. It looks like it's still rough. Maybe it's been renovated since this picture, but this one went for 280,000. That's what I'm going to work my ARV. So 280,000 ARV, and I'm going to work my numbers backwards. That property's 1,400 square feet. It needs a lot of cosmetic work. It needs a lot of renovation. It's probably going to be between that $30,000 to $35,000 rehab, and then you start working your numbers backwards and you get to your max allowable offer, and boom, you're rocking and rolling. What do we got? Okay. Okay, I don't see the address. I'm covering it. Oh, 21. I got it. 2133 Sagamore Road, Columbus. There it is. Boom. Okay, let's take a look. Thank you, Stephanie, for putting this in. Good. Look at this. Okay, we've got a property here. All right, let's take a look at this thing. Now, it looks like there was a cash sale in 2015 for $44,000. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm looking at this property. There's not much to see there from just that pic, but let's see if we can get a little bit of an aerial shot here and get a good idea of what we're looking at. All right, and I want to look at this property from the street view. All right, spin this guy around, spin this guy around. Yes, okay, now look, this one looks okay. The lawn is mowed, the roof looks a little bit older, but the windows look newer. You can see that there's a window unit here for an air conditioner. So let's look at the details. Not as distressed as I would like as a representative here, but we'll do what we can. All right, now look, this is owned in somebody's IRA. All right, this is owned by somebody. When you see IRA on there, that means that somebody has an investment account and they're savvy enough to buy properties in their investment account to delay their taxes on this property. Already, just looking at this in 2 seconds, I can tell you, you are dealing with a savvy seller. All right, this is somebody that is probably an analytical personality if they have their properties in this, maybe not, but somebody that definitely has set up and has attorneys and has conversations with people that buy properties through an IRA. So this is somebody that is on a next level of understanding the value of this property. Okay, so first off, what I would do here before I do anything is I'd ask them their bottom line. I'd ask them what their expectation is. How much do they want for this property? Because you need to know if you're even close. If you are even close to this property, you need to understand, or if you're just wasting your time, because he's owned it for 5 years. He bought it for $44,000 in 2015, and you need to get to the point quickly and see. Now look at this. Look at the linked properties. Look, come on. He's got 2 properties here. Okay, that's not bad. I saw this 772 and I thought he'd have like 15 properties, but he's only got 2. Okay, that's good. But that's probably just under his IRA. Yeah, okay. So we're looking at this property. We're going to go to the comps. We're going to go both. We're going to be looking at this, and we are going to go, oh, that's nice. We got some good comps in here. Now let's shorten our date range. Okay. Let's shorten this thing down. Boom. We got that. All right, and we've got some good comps here. Now let's take a look over here. And you've got 3 ones, 3 bedroom, 1.5 baths, 3 ones, 1,400 square feet. This is fine that they're older. I'm going to want to look at this and see if they're really really beautiful architecture, but you've got a really good lot size here, and our timeline is the last 90 days. That's good. We got some cash purchases. That's perfect. Now we know people are buying in that area for this price, for that 67 and the 73. And then you've got another 67 here that it's not showing us what they, how they were purchased, but it's probably purchased with cash. And that's going to give us a really good indication. So we already saw what our property looked like. Let's go see what this one looks like. Because we're 67,000, okay? We're the similar size. I just want to check the floor plan. This is fine. This is great. So you're looking at this, and look at this. 67,000 gets you move-in ready property. Boom. And this is 1,250 square feet. It is a nice, clean house. It's not the best, but it's nice and clean for the price. I mean, you can see that they've got the newer windows, that they've got beautiful paint. It looks clean. It's a clean house. Let's look at the kitchen. Kind of smaller pictures here, but it looks clean. They've got this. So this one sold for let's see, cash sale. This one sold for $67,000. We look at the MLS details. It sold in 14 days. Okay, and this is obviously an investment property. This is somebody that wants to buy this property and put it into their portfolio. So it really just depends. When we look at our property here, the property that we're comping, oh, here we go. The property that we're comping, what's the condition of this? How much work needs to go into this property? If a really nice property goes for $67,000, that's 1,250 square feet, and we're about 150 square feet bigger, maybe we can go for $80,000, but how much repairs does it need? He bought it for $44,000. So if it's $80,000 and it's 1,400 square feet and we need to do a renovation to get it rent ready, let's say we need to put $10,000 into that deal. So we've got an ARV of 80,000, right? We've got an ARV of 80,000. We do that 0.84 on this, which you're going to have to put 20, but it's going to be a rental. So let's say that they want to walk in with a deal here. Well, they walked in with a clean property on the other one. Let's just subtract the $10,000 that we need for the repairs. Let me put this back to, let's go 0.6 off of that. Let's go 0.6, 0.06% off of this for the closing costs and agent fee. Well, you're not going to pay that much because you're going to keep it as a rental, so you're not flipping it. So let's get rid of that. Let's go 0.03, 0.03. And then let's get in there with about 10,000 in equity, right? And we're at 2,400. That is 24 off of that. So somewhere around that $54,000 mark, if it needs some work, is where somebody's going to want to buy that. So be under that. But he bought it for 44 in 15. So you're in a market where you're not getting a lot of appreciation, right? So play with that number. But that's what I would hit him at. I'd hit him at somewhere under 54,000 to see if he'll play. And oh, there you go. And you know, PropStream did a good job of having that thing at 77,000. So they were pulling similar comps in their algorithm. But that's what I would do. I would go in at that property at probably, I'd try to hit him at what he bought it at. Just to see if he wants to get rid of it at that 44,000. If not, you can play to about 50,000 and try to push that up to 60,000, depending on the value or depending on the condition of that property, so that you can get a nice 10K spread on that deal. Good? Good? Makes sense? Questions?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw this just because of the screen, but she'd mentioned, she went out there, took pictures. It's in, fairly rough shape, no central AC,
I didn't see it.
all that good stuff.
Okay, yeah, well, it doesn't have, I mean, you can see the AC unit right here. And let's look at the comp then. Where did that go? See if the comp had central AC. Well, I would hit him at the same price. Hit him at $44,000. See if he'll take it, and then move from there. Yep. Yeah, just see if he wants to get rid of it. It's in his IRA. Maybe he's just a tired landlord, doesn't want to deal with it, isn't going to renovate it. Will you put in what price he wanted for it? Does she know? Huh?
He wanted 100.
Oh, well, what are we doing? Yeah, come on.
That's what she said.
Well, I don't know if she said that.
Yeah.
He wants 100. He wants 100.
Yeah, he's out of his mind.
Yeah.
So, not late. Hit him at what he bought it for.